Hey guys, this is Strategy Minute. I'm James Houston, and today I'm talking about Sun Tzu's Art of War, and I'm talking about climate. And sometimes this is referred to as weather, sometimes it's referred to as heaven in the Art of War. And what he's talking about in the book, it says light and shadow, heat and cold, rotation of the seasons. But actually, climate has a lot more to do than just the weather outside. It's also about the timing of your endeavor. When are you going to do this? When is the right season to do this? And in war, campaigns were fought mostly in the spring, summer, fall, but you didn't want to really fight a campaign through the winter if you had to. It was very difficult to keep your troops from freezing to death, and also it required additional supplies and so on. So much more difficult to wage war in the winter in ancient times. And nowadays, we have to think about the weather. We have to think about the timing of things. And so, in our modern warfare of doing business, what does that mean exactly? Well, there's a time to borrow money. There's a time to spend money. There's a time to save money. There's a time to reach out with your resources and huddle your resources together. And so when you're looking at what your overarching objective is, let's say this is your purpose. All right. So your purpose is going to start, and then you're going to have your strategy, and then you're going to have your logistics, and then you're going to have your tactics working down that line. So one of the first things you have to ascertain is it the right time to do this? Am I going to be able to amass the resources that I need to get together in order to wage this campaign, to wage this battle, or do I need to wait a little bit? And sometimes, most entrepreneurs are not good at waiting. They're not patient, but sometimes waiting is the most important thing to do. Right now, money is very expensive. It's July 2024. Money is very expensive to get. A few years ago, it was pretty easy to get capital and pretty inexpensive. So it was a good time to do expansion if you needed to borrow resources and funds. So you have to be a little bit more cautious right now before you lock yourself into a long-term note. And so that's making the entire country, the entire world, a little bit tighter in how they're focusing in on business. It's more of a time to sort of prune things back and to think about what you need to do to conserve resources as opposed to doing big expansions. So when you're thinking about the weather and you're thinking about what this means in terms of your strategy, it's all about timing. It's about, is this the right time? And those are things that you're going to have to consider carefully, and look at a lot of historical data, try and predict the best you can, and what's going to happen in the next close future before you let go of your great idea. So that is Sun Tzu. This is from chapter one of Sun Tzu's Art of War. There's much more to come, so stay tuned.